Hi, I'm Josh, and this is Jackie. We're from Strange Remains Curio Shop in downtown Las Vegas. And one of the things we sell in our shop is circus and sideshow memorabilia. And so we're going to talk a little bit about one of those subjects today.
And that's Giants rings. So we collect these ourselves and we sell some at the shop as well. So in the sideshow, there were a lot of giants that traveled around back in the day. To be formally considered a giant, a person must be generally over 7 feet tall.
And today, in honor of that, I wore my flannel shirt in honor of my favorite giant that there ever was, Mr. Paul Bunyan.
That wasn't a real dude.
Yes, he was. How do you think the Grand Canyon got made?
First person to offer a ring for sale as a souvenir was Captain George Auger, the Welsh giant. This is around 1922, and many giants followed suit as a way to make extra money as they toured.
And they would make the rings out of a lot of different materials, you know, from pewter and other metals, and then they moved into plastics. Actually, one of the giants who had the most variations of rings was Johann Peterson, and he had multiple plastic colored rings as well as metal.
The tallest person that ever lived was Robert Wadlow. He was 8 feet 11 inches, and he was born in 1918.
Wow, 1918. That's
So going back to Johann Peterson, he was 7 foot 8 inches, and he was born in 1913. He was known as the Icelandic or Viking giant.
He also was in a couple films. One was Prehistoric Women, and the other was Carney with Jodie Foster.
And we have a couple of his rings here available in the shop. These ones are made of plastic and they feature his picture. These rings were made to actually fit on the finger of the giant.
That's a pretty big finger.
Ooh.
They say his finger ring size would have been over a size 20. It's pretty impressive.
Yes. Another giant, Jack Earl, who was 8 feet 6.5 inches. He was born in 1906, and he was known as the Texas Giant.
And so Jack Earl also had a couple variations of his ring. So when you're collecting them, there's little subtleties on them that you really have to look for. Whether it says their height and their size and stuff like that, different shapes. And Jack Earl had a couple. Johann had the most. He had a lot of variations.
And there's even designs on the ring band here. There was a few different couples married
throughout time.
We have a ring here from the Fishers, the world's tallest married couple.
They traveled with Hagenbeck Wallace Circus.
Cole brothers and Ringling brothers.
That's correct.
Mr. Fisher was 7'2", and Mrs. Fisher was 6'10".
And there was two variations of their rings that are sought after. There's the metal one like this, then there is also a porcelain one for Ringling Brothers, which is a lot harder to find. Next, we have Jim Tarver, the Texas Giant. He was 8'6", and he performed for almost 24 years. He was a pretty cool giant, and we have one of his rings here as well. He went by JG. So we will get you in there. You can see. Look at that little engraving.
Our favorite giant is Al Tamimi. He was born in 1912 and was 8 feet 4 inches.
He was married to Jeannie Tomani, who was a world-famous half-girl.
They were billed as the world's strangest couple.
They toured for many years on the carnival circuit. And then they resided in Gibsonton, Florida, was the home base, where they opened up the Giants camp.
Tamimi was also a firefighter, and he was married to Jeannie for 26 years.
That's an awesome relationship right there.
Thanks for watching.
And make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this one.
We're going to be having more videos, how-tos, art stuff, circus and sideshow history, and more.
Absolutely. So keep tuned.
And let us know who your favorite giant is.